So when a kid goes through the lunch line, they go through, they pick out their meal, say it's a pizza or whatever they're offering that day, and they go in to punch in their code to pay for it. If they have a negative balance, then the meal is taken away from them, and instead they are handed in front of everyone a cheese sandwich that's just bread. I think it's 3 slices of cold cheese, another piece of bread.
What really sparked our drive to make it was the memories of seeing those kids at school get their lunch thrown away and be handed a cold cheese sandwich, and how embarrassing and hurtful it was to those kids.
Students shouldn't have to make that decision at school in front of all these people, and they shouldn't have to worry about that when there can be things done to prevent that. There's actions that can be taken to stop that from happening.
So when we first started, they raised about $25,000 that we had, and we gave the district at the very beginning about $12,000 to help with their debt from last year, so that we could get some of those families, away from going to collections. That left us about $12,000, $13,000 to work with from there on.
Our goal is to make it to where no child should have to choose between hunger and humiliation, which is our motto. When we got our first donation, we were ecstatic because that not only meant that the website was working, but our way of advertising our nonprofit and getting the word out to people was as well.
Well, we just recently gave a presentation to City Council, and they generously approved the allocation of ARPA funds in the amount of $100,000 to go towards Pfood Pfairness, which is incredible and is going to allow us to help so many kids. I think to feed a secondary child for an entire year is a little over $500. But the donation from the City Council, it will help us, but it's also on a reimbursable basis. So I have to have the money in the bank to pay for the kids' lunches, and then I can submit for reimbursement. So it's a wonderful thing, but donations are still needed. And you can donate through our website, or put it on auto pay through your bank on a monthly basis, but they are accepted and very appreciated.
So there's always going to be different problems in the world that need things to be done about. Like, the world isn't perfect. There's always going to be more problems, but that doesn't stop you from making the difference that you can, no matter how small the contribution is. And if you have that drive in you and that compassion towards another human, there's always a cause that you can look for. There's always something that you can do to help them, no matter how big or how small it is. Just knowing that you impacted someone else in a positive way, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you've done something.
We're the Amador family, and that's my Pflugerville.